A quiltwork of forests. Rivers. Fields. And wetlands. This land appears wild and unchanging. Yet each season brings change to Wheeler National Wildlife Refuge. The story of the changing of the seasons is told by the refuge's plant and animal inhabitants. Clues are easy to spot. Fleeting glimpses of brilliant color amid the gentle green spring foliage. The peaceful movement of an alligator under the hot summer sun. Vivid yellow and vermilion leaves adorning October trees. And the grand show. Thousands of ducks, geese, and cranes crowding the skies and fields in late fall and winter. The story of Wheeler National Wildlife Refuge plays out predictably every year. The varied landscape of water and woods provides the backdrop. The seasons are the acts, and the wildlife are the actors. Migrating songbirds, dazzling warblers, tiny kingbirds, indigo buntings, as if by magic, appear in the spring, bringing the land alive with their melodious songs and constant movement in the forest canopy. Dogwood and redbud trees burst forth with flowering white and showy pink blooms, and the forest's drab winter blanket is broken by profuse green curtains of leaves and colorful wildflowers. Ospreys, bald eagles, owls, herons, and egrets come and go from nests, feeding their new offspring. Birds like the green heron silently hunt. With great precision, it finds its next meal. Fawns appear in the refuge's large white-tailed deer population. Soon, the heat and humidity of summer takes hold, and the actors change. Many songbirds leave, continuing their northward migration. Nestlings fledge and make their own way. After a winter of inactivity, reptiles and amphibians come alive, taking over the refuge's wetlands and sloughs. Croaks, splashes, peeps, and bellows echo through the summer night as frogs, snakes, and alligators exert their dominance. Other animals, like this muskrat, escape the heat by taking a quick dip in one of Wheeler's many creeks. And river otters frolic and search for fish along the creek banks. Autumn brings a palette of color to the hardwood forests. Oak, maple, beech, and poplar trees briefly gift us with dazzling hues before fading. As the air cools, songbirds become more active, and everywhere birds are fattening up on seeds and insects. And then, winter arrives, and with it, the refuge reveals spectacular sights. The skies come alive with large flocks of waterfowl. Ducks and geese arrive by the thousands, escaping the bitter cold of the northern states. Large flights of imposing sandhill cranes, their high-pitched bugling announcing their arrival, find their way to Wheeler. Whooping cranes, one of North America's rarest birds, regally strut among their smaller sandhill crane cousins. The magnificent birds, standing 5 feet tall, are an endangered species, and a small number have made Wheeler their winter home. Bald eagles, which were endangered for years, again nest on Wheeler National Wildlife Refuge and can be seen on and around their nests as they begin laying eggs and raising their young. It was not always like this. Wheeler Refuge began as an experiment. The Tennessee Valley Authority originally purchased the land as a bed for and a buffer around Wheeler Reservoir, which was created with the completion of Wheeler Dam. This was the period of the Great Depression, the Dust Bowl days, and acute waterfowl shortages. Concerned naturalists and conservation organizations urged that the area be utilized to create new habitat for waterfowl. Thus, Wheeler Refuge was born as the first refuge overlaid on a hydropower impoundment. Since its establishment in 1938, Wheeler Refuge has been carefully managed to make it an optimum place for waterfowl and other wildlife. Crops for wildlife have been planted for years by local cooperative farmers, who today plant about 4,000 acres on the refuge, with about 18 to 20% being left in the field for wildlife. Refuge staff and volunteers carefully manage water levels, vegetation, and forests to try and maximize the remaining habitat for both residents and migratory wildlife. Even though Wheeler's primary purpose is wildlife, many outdoor public uses are allowed. The 35,000-acre refuge offers a variety of recreational opportunities. Visitors can use hiking trails or the refuge road system to enjoy the scenery and to observe wildlife. Anglers are welcome to try their luck at fishing on the Tennessee River and its various tributaries and backwater areas. During the fall and winter months, sportsmen can hunt small game and deer on managed public hunts. In addition, visitors can learn about wildlife through exhibits and special programs offered in the Visitor Center. And our observation building, a short walk from the Visitor Center, is one of the best places in the nation to see, hear, and photograph ducks, geese, and wading birds. Wheeler is a natural island surrounded by the trappings of modern life, a place where nature and technology meet. Situated between Decatur on the west and Huntsville on the east, Wheeler lies in the middle of one of northern Alabama's largest and fastest growing centers of population, and thus plays a vital role in balancing the protection of wildlife and their habitats with the outdoor recreational needs of area residents. As our urban landscape expands, wild areas like Wheeler National Wildlife Refuge become more important to wildlife, and as the pace of our lifestyle quickens, these areas become more valuable to a population seeking outdoor recreation and connections to nature. So today, go and explore Wheeler National Wildlife Refuge and enjoy this beautiful national treasure. It's home to rare wildlife and picturesque scenery. Thank you for visiting our refuge. Please help to preserve it for years to come.